Release the shackles. Release the superhero shackles. Release Spencer James from the shackles of his superhero complex. I compel you, creatives behind All American. Y'all, it's your good sis Erica Vane. Let's just go ahead and talk about this episode 8 promo. Episode 8 will be coming in a few weeks. Now we are about 8 weeks out, and we will see the return of season 4 of All American come on February 21st, and it will probably be a doubleheader paired with All American Homecoming, which is also set to premiere that same night. So we're going to have 2 amazing hours of All American. I am excited for it. Even though I was disappointed in how the mid-season finale ended, by far, Spencer James's decision to sacrifice himself versus allowing the truth to come out when it comes to who broke into Beverly Hills, stole the trophy, tripped the fire alarm, flooded the gym. Yeah, he decides to take the rap for that. In episode 8, we are going to see the fallout from that. So in the trailer, it starts out with Jabari telling Spencer in Spencer's home that he's putting himself out on a limb for him. And what behooves me is Jabari didn't do it by himself. The entire underclassmen part of the varsity football team was a part of this prank, or a part of the gifting of the trophy, the state championship trophy, to the seniors. So why is it being positioned that Jabari is the only one that would need to take the fall for this, or is the only one responsible for it? Now, don't get me wrong, because Jabari has a history, because he already has a record, and this would technically, I believe, be his 3rd strike. If y'all haven't already, I did a video a few months back talking about Jabari being a part of the bling ring that actually broke into Layla's house, and that video gives you a little bit more insight into his story and how I feel like he was tied to what happened with Layla. So if you want to know a little bit more about that, I'll have it linked in the description box down below and the cards above, so you can watch that video after this. Jabari is just returned to school this year. Part of his story was definitely Spencer being able to help. Well, not even Spencer. Spencer tried to get him on the team, but at the time, Carter wasn't actually feeling it. So it wound up being Grace who actually checked Carter and had him dig a little bit deeper to be able to get Jabari's transcripts. In that episode, we learned about who Jabari was, what his background is, and that he has this criminal history. And now we're led to believe, specifically from the episode in this trailer, that Spencer is taking this rap because one of the big reasons is that he doesn't want Jabari to go back to jail. And that's all fine and good, Spencer, but sometimes this ain't your business. I personally feel like Spencer overreacted to the prank. One, he was at his prom. He decided once they presented him with the trophy, or presented the seniors with the trophy, that it was now everybody's responsibility to collectively walk this back to Beverly Hills immediately, because that just had to happen. And to me, that made absolutely no sense. And if you missed it, how Spencer got caught up with this and how they were actually able to identify him is that of all of the football players involved, he is the only one who's actually gone to that school before. He's the only one who's actually been connected to that school's Wi-Fi, and now because he spent so much time there, his phone does it automatically. So they were able to track the IP to his phone, see that his phone automatically synced to the Wi-Fi at the school at the same time around when there was motion detected, and they returned the actual trophy, and then they were just able to put 2 and 2 together. So in all honesty, we are literally walking into Spencer making a choice to sacrifice himself and save somebody else, and at this point in the series, I'm over it. I'm so over it. I don't want to see Spencer save nobody else. If Spencer James can't start saving himself, then it is what it is, and let the chips fall where they may. But let me go ahead and get back to this preview, y'all, because I'm definitely going to talk about this more in my detailed predictions video. Jabari asks, what happens if you get expelled and then Carter walks into the house? Or specifically in the trailer. That might not happen like that in the actual episode. And I think that this is very interesting, because one thing that I do think is going to happen is that we're going to see a moment where Spencer is not actually taking this as seriously as it's supposed to be, just because Carter and his mom are doing well. But one thing for certain, 2 things for sure, Carter gonna try to follow the rules. He might look out for you here and there, but at the end of the day, his hands are tied, in that this isn't something that's specific to Crenshaw, but you also have Principal Landon from Beverly Hills, else. And then you also have whoever else of the hierarchy, which it looks like in this trailer Spencer has to go before and speak before, that also have to weigh in about this. So it won't just be a, oh, let's brush it under the rug because we love Spencer James. It's like, this is actually breaking and entering, sir. And that's something that they actually communicate to him before the end of episode 7 when they try to give him a chance to take himself out of it. Now, the biggest thing that I struggle with of this trailer is that after we see that moment of Carter walking in and the voiceover from Jabari, we see Spencer standing in the living room talking about he's fighting the system, and Grace is yelling, "This is your future." And I just want to know, Spencer, what system, baby? Huh? Speak up, I can't hear you. What system are you fighting? This is not a moment of oppression, sir. This isn't a moment of racism. This is a moment of you trying to do too damn much, be too damn much to too many people, when all you really need to focus on doing and being is Spencer James, sir. Fighting a like, what system? If y'all know the system Spencer's fighting, drop down in the comment section down below and tell me what the system is, because it's giving bewildered. And following that scene, we get a voiceover from Layla saying it's up to us to go out and carve our own paths, and then we get visuals from both Crenshaw and Beverly Hills graduations. Those scenes are the ones that I'm most excited to see in this trailer, because we are actually going to get the graduation in episode 8. So I'm like, yes, we are moving right along, and I'm so here for it. At first I was estimating they would spend the first 11 episodes of this season leading up to graduation, but if we get to graduation by episode 8, then that's even better, so we can move the story along. We see a scene in this trailer of Spencer and Amina, and we already know that Amina has asked Preach, why did Coop kill my mama if she actually loves me? So they're going to keep this storyline going a little bit longer. There's going to be, I guess, a confrontation here from Amina, because I'm sure that Preach is going to mention to Coop that she needs to talk to Amina. And I just hope that it wraps up at this episode, because I'm over little baby bookings, honestly. Before the trailer actually ends, you see Principal Landon telling Spencer that it's noble that you want to protect your team, but you're going to go down for this. And then it cuts after we see him standing in front of this like committee of people. And if it's going to come down to a Spencer James speech, he might have a little bit of hope, y'all, because Spencer James can give a monologue. However, he shouldn't even be in this position to begin with. All right, that is my quick, maybe not so quick, breakdown of the episode 8 trailer. Episode 8 is Walk This Way. Again, it will premiere on February 21st. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, turn on your bell notifications so that you don't miss any of my All-American videos, y'all. I'm really looking forward to the 21st. It is going to be an amazing night with All-American and All-American Homecoming premiering. It is literally lit. Join the community, hit the subscribe button so that we can keep this conversation going, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.